Finding problems? That's easy. They exist in every community. I'm Terry Springs, your host. We're looking deeper, and we are talking solutions, finding out how we all can make a difference. Now on Talking Solutions, Dana Serratta from Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. Dana, thanks for coming in for the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
You specifically target one segment of our population. Who are you helping?
Well, it's an often forgotten segment of our population, which is our seniors, age 60 and over. Helping Hands of Vegas Valley has been around since the year 2000, really, so 16 years now, helping seniors get where they need to go by providing free transportation for those, especially the ones that are isolated and don't have a way to get around. A lot of our seniors live outside of where the Regional Transportation Commission has bus routes or even paratransit. So we help them get to their doctor's appointments, get to their other medical appointments, get to the grocery store, and other kinds of errands. We have a great bunch of volunteers that drive their own vehicles and help do that. And then we also have some buses that can accommodate wheelchairs and power chairs so that the seniors of any ability can get where they need to go so they can be a functioning part of our community.
This resonates so much with me, Dana, because my mom, she's not part of our community. She's back in Kansas, but she had suffered a minor stroke a couple of months ago. Suddenly, she's not able to drive. Mm-hmm. And I just heard on the way into work today about her big trip to the grocery store. That was like a huge deal.
Oh, yes. It can be very traumatic for somebody, especially if they don't get to leave their house very often, and then they've got to get a wheelchair together, find someone to accompany them, find a ride. It can be a huge deal. So we try to make it as easy for our clients as possible.
You said that you've been around since 2000.
Yes.
Maybe a group of people got together and said, we really see an answered need here in the community.
There are some other helping hands. There's one in Henderson that's run by St. Rose Hospitals. There is one in North Las Vegas, and there's one called Lend a Hand in Boulder City. They all were getting calls from people in the central part of the valley that needed help, and they were serving those specialized communities, North Las Vegas, Henderson, and Boulder. And that's how Helping Hands of Vegas Valley was formed, was to serve the greater part of the population in the central part of the valley.
Because you saw people all around the fringes of our community who were getting that kind of help, and we really needed it right here in the middle.
Right. So our first zip code, and where we still have our offices today, is in 89102, right in the heart of the community, in the very center. We've spread out now where we're serving seniors that live in North Las Vegas, all the way down to the south towards Mountain's Edge, east, west, wherever they need to be, and we're trying to do our best to serve them. Unfortunately, we have some pretty long wait lists for those services.
Dana Serratta is with us today from Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. We're talking about the services that you provide to our senior community, people 60 and older. I used to think 60 was old.
No.
Not so much anymore.
No, 60 is the new 40 is what they're telling me. So we've got clients that are in their hundreds. People are living longer, and we've got to make sure that they can live in the community longer. It's better for all of us if they do that. We don't want people going into nursing homes, especially if it's a Medicaid-funded bed. That's funded by our taxpayer dollars. So we want them to be able to be independent, to be healthy, and if they can get to their doctor's appointments on a regular basis, they can be healthier and they can live longer. But another problem that we run into is a lot of our seniors, because they don't have transportation, they don't have enough food because they can't get to the store. And a lot of them, unfortunately, can't afford the groceries if they could get to the store. So for our very low income seniors, and I'm talking about people who are only receiving maybe $500 to $700 a month income, even if they do get food stamps, the food stamps for a senior living alone is about $15 a month.
Oh, that's not enough to do anything.
I challenge anyone that's listening to try and eat on 50 cents a day. You can't do it. It's impossible. So we provide a food pantry that we actually deliver to their homes. We do this for about 500 seniors every month. We provide a bag of non-perishable groceries. It's about 20 pounds of food that they can cook themselves, so it's not Meals on Wheels. It's very different. And then we also provide a 5-pound or so bag of fruits and vegetables so that they have some fresh produce. Also a bag of paper goods, because with our collaboration with James C. Strand of Helping Hands of North Las Vegas, we're able to provide some paper goods for them because that is something that is pretty expensive. So we want to make sure that those seniors, especially the homebound seniors, have nutrition and have what they need to be healthy.
I love the addition of the fruits and vegetables because I'm a big nutrition proponent, and to have those extras besides the non-perishables and the paper goods that you mentioned that are provided from your food pantry with Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. Valley. What a great addition, because fruits and vegetables so important.
Oh, they are. And that's something that it's not easy for our clients to get. And so we worked really hard with our local food bank, 3 Square, so that when we purchased food from them, we said, okay, this is what we want. And they were able to provide a bag for us that has pretty stable fruits and vegetables like potatoes and apples and things like that, but also some seasonal types of fruits and vegetables like squash and different things. So they're going to get a variety, and it's something that they can use in addition to the food stamps they're receiving, so that they can perhaps buy meat or dairy with that and then use what we're providing to augment that.
Dana Serratta is with us from Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. One of the things, Dana, that I also saw on your Helping Hands of Vegas Valley website is respite care.
Yes, respite care vouchers. What we're doing is trying to help seniors, again, age in place, be at home for as long as possible. And a lot of times when someone gets to that point where they can't live alone, they'll move in with a relative or a friend, or perhaps it's a spousal couple that's living together and one of them needs help because they can't function anymore independently. And that caregiver then is doing round-the-clock duty. What we've seen is that people who are typically taking care of a senior are themselves about 55 or older, and they're then unable to care for themselves. A lot of folks in that sandwich generation where they're raising their own children and then they have a parent living with them, that is causing a lot of health problems for that caregiver. So the voucher we provide enables them to either hire someone to come into the home that can provide services so that that caregiver can get a break, or they can have the senior go to adult daycare or to an assisted living facility for a few days. We pay the bill, and it can be up to $1,000 once a year. They can use that voucher several times during the year, and it enables that caregiver to just take a break, get a breath, refresh themselves so they can continue caring for that senior.
That is huge. Dana, we just had that discussion at dinner a few nights ago because my sister-in-law is, and the term you used came up, sandwich generation. Mm-hmm. She's got 3 older parents with different medical conditions on one end. She's got 3 younger kids that are still being raised on this end, and she's frazzled. She has the best intentions, does a great job. But at some point in time, you've burned the candle long enough to where you need a little bit of a break.
That's right. And the respite care voucher allows them to prevent that burnout because, again, we don't want seniors going into nursing home beds unnecessarily. We want to be able to keep them at home for as long as possible, enable them to feel nurtured and loved and independent for as long as possible. And that voucher allows those caregivers to get that break they need.
So in reality, Helping Hands of Vegas Valley not only helps the seniors in our community, but you also reach out and help the families and the caregivers as well.
Yes, we're happy to do it. We also try to work with as many other agencies as we can to provide any kind of education that people need. And we have a lot of volunteer opportunities also. So if families are trying to teach their younger kids about volunteerism, about giving back, we have food delivery for our food pantry that occurs on Saturday morning so that they're able to bring their children with them, take their own car, deliver the food to our clients, and teach those children about what it's like to give back to the community you live in.
It's such a positive experience. Starting kids from the beginning helps to teach them to be responsible, giving members of our community.
Yes, we've seen grandparents bringing their grandchildren. We've got families that do the deliveries together. We have a lot of different volunteer opportunities, but that's one where the whole family can be involved.
Well, you know, that's always something that we ask here on Talking Solutions. Dana, we ask, what can we do to help you?
Well, volunteerism is obviously very important, and not just the delivery of the food, but also we need volunteers who are willing to have food drives or paper goods drives at their place of business or at their church or school or, with their Girl Scout troop or whatever it may be, because the food that we purchase from 3 Square is very inexpensive, but it's still money that we could be using to serve more clients. All of our programs have waiting lists, and so the more money I can put into the programs, the more seniors we can help. So food drives bring in food we need, and on our website, we have laid it out very easily for people to conduct a food drive or a paper goods drive. We've got the materials there, information there about how to do it, and everything is very easily done for you.
So you could take and drive people to appointments. You could help
absolutely.
out by taking your car out and going and physically taking someone to a place that they need to go, to the grocery store or wherever.
Yes, and that's a huge need for us because volunteers who are doing the driving for us, they have to be background checked because we want to protect our seniors, and they also have to go through a little bit of training. So we want to make sure that they understand what they're getting into. And it's a great opportunity for people who have a little time and are familiar with the city and want to hear the stories of a senior and get to know a senior better to provide that service. So they drive their own vehicle. They have to have a good vehicle in working order. They have to have a few hours set aside so that they can take someone to their appointment and wait for them in the waiting room and then drive them home. Also, they need to have current insurance, and then we provide an umbrella policy over their insurance.
Oh, good.
So a little added extra for our drivers. And our drivers, we ask them to drive at least once a month, but we ask every week, what's your availability? And we need people who can drive seniors to appointments and also to the grocery store and other errands 7 days a week. So we're looking for anyone who has that kind of time and willingness to help people in your community that really need the help.
And you mentioned also you need people to step up and volunteer to drive and deliver the items from the food pantry as well.
Yes, we do our delivery on the first and third Saturday morning. You come over to our pantry in North Las Vegas after you've registered with our pantry director, and then she'll be expecting you. You sign in, you get a map with your route and information about who you're going to be delivering to. Then you pull around the back. We have volunteers that load the vehicles up with the food bags, and then off you go. Once you finish your deliveries, you are free to go home. It takes a couple of hours, and it's 2 or 3 hours very well spent. We have folks that started delivering with us back in 2011 to get free Disney tickets when Disney was running that special, and they have stayed with us ever since. It's a huge help to our community and also a volunteer activity that people really enjoy.
Dana Serratta is with us today on Talking Solutions from Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. We're talking about the need for volunteers. You need volunteers in a lot of different areas. Now, if somebody is saying, I got a few hours a week, I could help out, how do they get started? Do they go to the website first?
That's the easiest way to do it, is to go to our website, HHOVV.org, click on volunteer, and then we have a link there that lists out all the different volunteer opportunities. Right now, we're actually looking for a couple of people to come into our offices off of Serratta and Rancho to help do some office work. So if you're maybe out of work or retired, or you've got some time to spend and you've got some office skills, want to talk on the phone, want to do some data entry for us, we'd love to have you because we have a very small staff, and so we really need those volunteers that can help us out. We're also looking for people to attend our big event that's coming up, because that's another way that people can help, is by attending our events. We've got a huge event coming up on June 10th at the new Topgolf Las Vegas facility over on Koval behind MGM. We're going to be swinging for seniors, so we want to make sure that people come out and attend that event.
June 10th is a Friday.
Yes, it is. If you're going to take a day off during the week, you should really make it a Friday.
On the news, on social media, Facebook, all of that, it's all about this new Topgolf facility. I mean, this is big news.
It's a fantastic facility. I've actually gotten to tour it. It's a 4-level facility. It's a multi-level driving range. You've got these air-conditioned bays that you're sitting in. It's really akin to a bowling alley. So you can see the people that are golfing next to you. They're sitting in these sofas, and then when it's your turn, you get up, you grab a club out of the little area where they have the club, so you don't even have to bring your own club. You wave the club in front of an electronic eye, a ball pops out. The ball has a special computer chip in it. You put the ball on the little tee box, go ahead and drive that ball as far as you can. There are some targets for you to hit out on the green, and in this game, high score wins. So like skee ball, you want to drive your ball the furthest to get the highest score, and the chip in the ball tells the computer where your ball landed. So up on the little screen in your bay pops your name and says, hey, this is your score, just like in bowling. Boom, there it is. It's a fantastic, really technologically advanced way to have a good time golfing having fun with people around you, networking. And that's what we're really doing here is we're networking, telling people about Helping Hands, letting them talk to each other. Much different than a regular golf tournament where you're stuck with your foursome all day.
I haven't been to any golf events at all ever, Dana, where I'm sitting in air conditioning on a couch.
This is the one to be at. We're going to be there on June 10th. You can register on our website and you can get together a team of 6 because you're not limited to just the foursome. And you can also have 4 spectators in your bay. If you get a bay sponsorship for $1,000, your business can actually bring any kind of marketing materials you want to decorate your bay, your pop-up banner, whatever it is, and you can market yourselves among the other 204 people that are going to be at this event so you can really network and get some business done as well.
Seriously, it has been all over the media talking about
fantastic
Topgolf
facility.
Even from tourism standards, conventions, companies, things like that. This Topgolf is the biggest. Out of the 40-something Topgolf facilities throughout the U.S., this is the one.
They're calling it their flagship facility, and they've got a Callaway fitting center there. They have 2 different pools, one on the 3rd level, one on the 4th level. They got these huge, I think they're probably 2-story TV screens at the end of the driving range. There are 4 of them, and it's just so technologically advanced and so interesting the way they built it because it's so user-friendly. There are bars there, and the food is supposed to be just phenomenal, and we can't wait to be there. We're going to be the first charity event that's going to happen at this Topgolf. It's prior to its official grand opening, and what they're saying is that they are going to probably be selling out every day, so you have to get a reservation to actually play there, and it'll be probably a long wait. So to come to our event, you'll get a taste to see what it's like, get to play there, and get to talk to the folks there at Topgolf.
It's sounding like a must-do kind of Las Vegas event.
Absolutely.
There's your chance at Swingin for Seniors. Friday morning, June 10th. If you want the information, I'd suggest the website, HHOVV.org.
Yes. Or you can call the office and you can speak to me at 702-507-1851. And we'll be happy to answer any of your questions, get you signed up for the tournament. We've got a lot of great raffle prizes that are going to be there, a lot of great companies that have already signed up to participate. You will not regret it. Most of the money will actually be a donation to Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. So it's a good way to help what we're doing and have a good time.
Do you have any idea, Dana, how many seniors get the services provided?
We've got around 3,000 seniors that we're helping right now every month. And we have about 500 on the waiting list for our transportation service because that is a service that people really need the most. And unfortunately, 500 people on the wait list is about a 2-year wait.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But we could get you more volunteers, and that would help speed it up.
If I had more volunteers, I could take people off of the wait list every day.
How do people find Helping Hands of Vegas Valley? I mean, are they referred to you?
Yes. The seniors that we're serving, they have no problem finding us. They're getting referred to us by all kinds of folks. So we don't have to really advertise for the services. What we really need are help with donations and with volunteers. That's why we're here to talk to you today. That's the kind of help we need. Our seniors find out about our services going on the web. They find out about us through aging and disabled services from the state of Nevada and from other sources. So they're very well aware that we're out there.
Friends are talking about it, all kinds of things.
Yes.
I had heard about you specifically, Helping Hands of Vegas Valley, through Patty Gerace and Walker Furniture, because we at Beasley Media Group are happy to be involved with Home for the Holidays. Patty had mentioned to me that you were so helpful providing some of your people and volunteers from Helping Hands of Vegas Valley to help them with Home for the Holidays.
Yes, we're really pleased to be able to work with Walker Furniture on Home for the Holidays because we think it's so important, and many of our people in our community of all ages, that's a basic thing they need is furniture. You need a bed to sleep in. You need something to sit on. You need a table to eat at, and we're happy to be part of that. And so what we're doing for this next year is we're asking if you're part of a service organization like Kiwanis or Rotary or anything, and you want to help us, please contact my office at 702-507-1851 so that we can sign you up to help us with the Home for the Holidays, because it's going to take a village to get this done. And it's a lot of letters that we received. Last year, it was over 2,000 letters, and a lot of them came from Beasley Media and getting the word out. And we want to get the word out so that people can get the help, but we need help to read through all those letters.
And because it takes a little bit of time to get into the system as a volunteer for Helping Hands of Vegas Valley, because you want to check out the people that are helping you with transportation and things of that nature, we should go ahead and get in that pipeline to become volunteers so that as the year continues and you get busier and busier with Helping Hands of Vegas Valley, we're there to help.
Yes, we would love to have people who, even if you only think you have a couple of hours a month, we would love to have your help, and you won't regret it. We're a great organization. We've got a great team. We've got volunteers that have worked with us for years because of the kind of environment we offer them. We also offer something that's according to your schedule. You know, if you tell me that you want to work on Friday afternoons, I will find something for you to do on Friday afternoons. We would love to have you. Just give us a call, go on our website, and we will be happy to talk with you and find out what your needs are so that you can help us with our needs.
I'll make sure that the links, the websites, the phone numbers, all the information you need are available on the Talking Solutions Facebook page. Plus, that's where you will find a podcast of our discussion today with Dana Serratta from Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. It sounds like the transportation needs you help to fill for seniors in our community are tremendous. And you can always use more people out there helping to drive to appointments, grocery store, and whatever.
Oh, absolutely. And right now, we're providing about 20,000 rides a year to our seniors that need it. And that's not just one ride per senior. Those are multiple rides. You know, people don't just go to the grocery store one time a year. They need to go probably one time a week. So we really do need that help. We're looking for compassionate people who want to give a ride, who want to get to know a senior and provide that service that a lot of us really take for granted. I know we all complain about the roads and the traffic and different things, but you'd complain even more if you could not even get in a car and go where you needed to go.
Yeah, when that changes, and I know it did with my mom. Suddenly she could not drive the car and just hop in and go anywhere she wanted. Boy, do they miss that a lot.
They do, and it's a profound sense of loss of independence. And a lot of our seniors don't give up the keys when they probably should, but the ones who have shouldn't be punished for it because then they can't get where they need to go. So we do need those volunteers who are willing to drive seniors, willing to do a background check and be able to pass it successfully, and willing to take just a couple of hours of training from us so that they're better prepared to provide those rides because our seniors are desperately in need of it.
I think a lot of us miss our grandparents. They're not with us anymore. And when you're taking a senior, taking them to an appointment or to a grocery store, it's a wonderful opportunity to get that life experience that we may be missing because we've lost those elders in our lives.
Absolutely. I know the rides that I've provided myself. I love to be able to hear the stories and hear about their life and the kinds of things that they encountered. It provides me with a real good frame of reference for what I'm doing. And a lot of times what I thought was really important just really isn't all that important. So it's really great to get to know someone else, and especially someone who maybe has been isolated and homebound, because they want to tell you their stories. They want to have a conversation. They want to just socialize. And in a car is a wonderful opportunity to do that because there's not much else you can do unless you're just listening to the radio, which is not a bad thing.
Radio's good,
but you need to talk to, and we need that human connection. That's what's so important.
There's so much positive splashback that would come from volunteering to be a driver for Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. And I know, Dana, that you've got other services as well. The food pantry, we can help do our own food drives. We can donate those non-perishable food items. We can get together a food drive with perhaps our church or our coworkers, Boy Scout, Girl Scout troops, all kinds of different ways that we can help provide the food that you then share with these needy seniors.
Yes, and the food that you provide to us, we turn around and give it right back out to the seniors in the community. It doesn't just sit in our warehouse. It's turned over immediately because we've got so many seniors that need that food.
Simple ways to help. And in return, also, the respite care that you talk about that you're able to give to certain very fortunate people. I'm sure the caregivers who get some of this respite care and either are able to send those seniors out to an assisted living facility or away for a couple days or a short period of time, or to have somebody come in and take over for a little while so that the caregiver can just get away for a little while. It would be tremendously helpful.
It is, and we've got applications are available on our website. Right now, our year ends in June, so we're winding down our year for respite, but the applications will come out again in July July or August for this next round of respite care vouchers, and we want to make sure that the word gets out so that people who need it can get it. If someone has received it more than once, we typically will wait and serve someone who has never had a respite care voucher, because those vouchers are vitally important for the health of our caregivers.
And I would imagine also the event that we're talking about at Topgolf, the Swingin for Seniors on Friday, June 10th, that will help to fund all of these other things that you do for seniors.
Absolutely. The money is going to go straight to the food pantry, to the transportation system, because the transportation we provide with the paratransit vehicles, obviously fuel, maintenance, insurance, those kinds of things take money. And then we have our respite care voucher program. And if I can gather enough money to offer some extra vouchers, that's what I want to do, so that we're serving as many people in the community as possible.
So much the better, the Topgolf event. What's the cost to get involved?
If you want to have a bay where you can advertise your business, that is $1,000, and that's for 6 players. If you want to just come and play as an individual, it's $150. We provide a light breakfast, lunch, and we're going to have an awards ceremony. We've got raffles. We've got all kinds of things going on. It'll be a lot of fun.
It sounds like a really good time.
Yes.
That information also available on the website HHOVV.org. What have I forgotten?
We're always just looking for support in the community. So if you know of an organization interested in promoting volunteerism or would be interested in hearing more about what we do, we'd love to come and share our story, because it's a good story and we're part of our local community. We're not part of a national organization. We're here for the Las Vegas seniors.
We've got a giving community, and when we all work together, we can get so much done.
Teamwork makes the dream work. We've got to help our seniors. They should not be the forgotten population. They should be another segment of our population that is revered for their knowledge and also supported in their late life.
You're doing great work with seniors. It is Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. Dana Serratta, thank you so much for coming to join us today on Talking Solutions.
Thank you.